It really is good. And the thing is, the guy that plays, good morning, y'all. We're here a little bit early for you. Want to make sure everything's good. So if you're here in the room, 2 things. Let us know who you are in case we can't tell by your name. And let me know if volume and everything is good. And I'm going to pop these bubbles. Just because. Oh, did you see I put up a picture of my lipstick? Are you proud of me?
I did.
I was putting it on and I thought, I'm going to help Shannon out. Because people were asking her about my lipstick color yesterday. And I was like, I don't remember it. And I went and looked. And I didn't know it was called black cherry. Usually when I buy black cherry, it's too gothic. It goes gothic on my face because I'm so pale. Anything can do that anyway, but because I'm so pale. Okay, I got to stop popping this and get ready.
Give it away.
Give it away now. No one's commented, so I hope y'all can hear us. Will you check volume? We're good.
Sounds good. I like them.
I'm also drinking my breakfast, so I hope y'all okay with that. I'm gonna drink my breakfast.
I'm gonna drink it.
I really like these things. I really look forward to them.
I like them. I like mine over ice.
You know what I did? I drank half of one yesterday. I was starving, so I drank half of one, and then I froze the difference. Because Sylvia freezes them.
Yes.
Have you done that? She
Yes.
opens the top like a milk carton and eats it like ice cream.
Yes. Well, I don't do that, but I cut the middle out like an egg.
Well,
I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea.
I went in her office the other day, and she had the lid. Good morning. She had the lid open like a milk. I don't know how she does it. It's probably, she may cut it. But she had it open and she was eating it like ice cream. Mom, that's so good because it gives you the feel of ice cream too if you need the feel of it.
Right.
She likes eating ice.
I'm not an ice cream fan. Yeah, she eats ice like crazy.
Oh gosh, that's crazy.
Not like crunchy ice.
Yeah.
Like ice cubes from the fridge in a cup all day long. Like, how do you do that? How are your teeth still staying in your head? And how is she not like, I get freezer head,
Yeah.
Freeze brain.
freeze brain, yeah. Of course, I can't do ice right now with this whole dental work because that's, whoa, forget it. Just the thought of it.
I've just never been an ice eater. My
You know what? We don't have our door prizes.
I have. I got some.
We don't have ours.
What we got?
I don't know. Surprise me.
What we got painted right here?
No, home decor. When we do the wreath, we do a home decor giveaway. I don't know what we're going to have. Surprises. Right? Surprises.
I'm going shopping. That's right.
Make sure we can ship it. If it fits, it ships, they say. Ooh, I'm going to use some of this. Look, this is Brenda's hand sanitizer, and it's the stress relief scent. Oh, it's so good.
Bucky gave me that.
Shocker.
I know it. He said you need this.
It smells so good. It's so invigorating. You guys should get some of it. It's from Bath and Body Works. It's the aromatherapy kind. We have the lotion out front. It's so funny. We have a bottle of lotion on one of the little what is that thing called? It's like a buffet, but we use it for pretty. And we have a bottle of lotion on it. Well, Taylor and I were doing something the other day. We were packing Made It packages. And I was like, man, you smell good. She's like, it's that lotion over there on the table. I'm like, are you kidding? She's like, I've been using it because it really is good stuff. It really is good stuff. Who's ready to make a wreath? Vince calls him a wreath. He says he doesn't. Biso says wreath. Oh, I got to send my mama the link to this. I'm going to have to let Shenanigans do it because I don't want to mess anything up because we live. We're not messing nothing up. We're not touching nothing. Last night, who was in there last night when I had the panic moment when I ended the stream? I think what happened, we have, like, you can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at the monitor, right? And we had to resize what are these called? Windows to make this happen. And I think that's why, I was trying to think why. Oh, that's perfect.
You want 2 of these?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Or one of
Oh, those are so cute, though. Let's do those.
these?
Yeah, those are
Love
cute.
those.
Although they might, no, I think they might like the stationary pat better. We could let them choose which one they want. Well, just pull both. You want to pull one of each of these or both
Yeah.
look like that? Let them both look like that.
Okay.
Also, I want one of these. I've been meaning to pull me one. I love this. So good. The stationary.
I think I probably need a pack. Every once in a while, I just need a little note thing.
Oh my gosh. You know what, Brenda?
What?
So all week I've been like, oh, Brenda smells good. Brenda smells good. It's this.
That's stress relief.
I'm going to get the soap and everything.
I love it. The stress relief.
It does.
And see, I put it
Have
on
you
at
used
night.
this? Use this.
I put it on at night.
I also brought that one in case I wanted
Okay.
to pick between.
You're going to get to pick your prizes today. Pick your prize. Can you do me a favor? Can you send my mom a link? Because
Think I
her
can.
and Lydia want to put theirs together this morning, and I told her I would.
Lydia with your mom?
Yeah, she's there. So Mom's got all the grand girls this weekend. She's got Catherine, Elizabeth, and Lydia, and she may have Ford too. I don't know. Yes, you get to choose your door prize. It's gonna be fun. So, who's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning?
Oh,
Not me.
Not the three of us.
Me.
My worst fear was I was gonna oversleep and my alarm wasn't gonna go off. So I woke up at like 6:30 when I like opened my eyes and I saw there was light coming down the hallway and I'm like, oh my gosh, they didn't go off.
Oh,
Did I open this already? I think I did. There's no lipstick on it though. Oh well, we're drinking it.
hey,
Um,
I dreamed my project for Christmas.
Good. Don't you love when that happens?
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you something. What was I gonna tell them? Oh, I had this reoccurring dream before Made It Con that I slept through my first classes.
Ooh.
Sure did.
Oh.
Renee wants to see the finished projects for her chalk couture. Is there a way to add her to group me or add her to that?
Maybe.
I'm gonna tell her that you're looking into it.
Eventually, yeah.
Shannon will eventually
I'll find out how.
get you hooked up. Bright-eyed and ready to go, Rhonda Borden says.
Hey, I'm using you to get this.
Oh, they're camping and the birds were going off like crazy this morning.
Oh.
Ignore the link I just put in your Facebook.
I ain't even paying attention. If you tell me to ignore something,
Just ignore it.
Ignore
I'm just using you
as an example,
as a
no, I know.
ladder to get to
As a holder,
as a whole. Yeah.
I'm your placeholder.
You're my placeholder to get to your mama.
Can I tell y'all something so precious? Y'all will love this. Shannon's daddy, first off, he's a pastor, which doesn't necessarily make you a good man. I'm not saying that because of that. Here's what I want to tell you. He's such a good man. And I brag on him so much, and I tell Shannon all the time. But he was talking to Shannon yesterday, and he was telling her to tell me something, and she put him on speaker. And he said, I just want you to know I've been praying over your event. He even said he was praying over our technology. He said, I'm praying over everything. And I'm just like, Hoy, I can't tell you what that means to me. He is such a good man.
Well, let me
My
tell you,
daddy.
he came out one Saturday night and fixed our air conditioner and didn't want to charge us.
He's just a good
And
man.
Becky was like, no.
You can't do that. Speaking of that, mention to him sometime next week when it comes into your mind. If not that I want him to do the work, I want him to come and look at that air conditioner and tell me what needs to be done before I call somebody out. I need to know what I'm up against. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to call somebody, because I don't have an air guy. I got a plumber.
I know a guy.
How good does it smell?
It's good. I just put way too much on.
Oh, did you?
So now when I go and touch my nose, I'm like, oh.
I need an air guy. That I had one in Wetumpka that when I worked in the apartment business, he was so good, and he would probably come up here.
I
But
live in a family of air guys.
you have a family, so
My uncle.
but I
owns
trust him
Chastain
too, right? So,
Montgomery.
but I trust your dad too.
Yes,
So.
he is.
He ain't gonna mess me up.
No.
He will not.
The people who sold us the air conditioner said that we needed to replace the whole condenser and about $2,000 worth, and he let us pay him $150.
Oh my goodness. Susan says that she's camping and if all the birds were going off, and then she said, "But I'm still saying I'm in Alabama." She's scared. That's cool. I want to go away somewhere, but I'm not ready yet. I want to go. I'm thinking about doing my classic staycation, which is to rent a place at the lake here, because we have a beautiful lake. We have a beautiful place. And what I've done in the past is like rented a place at the lake, and then my kids just kind of come and go because they don't have to take off work or anything. And they, like at night we go up there, and on the weekends we're already there. So I'm thinking about doing that. I would feel better about that.
That would be fun.
Have you heard from E this morning, Shannon?
No.
I haven't even.
Okay. So in today's class, we're going to make this read start to finish. It's not going to take 2 hours. I mean, it's just not going to take 2 hours. I think when we do this, when we film these to edit, we can get them done in like 40 minutes, and we're slow. It's not going to take 2 hours, but I'm glad we set aside 2 hours in case it does. And We're going to do a couple door prizes, and I'm hoping my mama can get hers done today too. Because if she can't, she's going to be bringing 3 boxes to me for me to do.
Yay!
I love that welcome.
When I say me, I mean Shannon. Just kidding. Shannon may come in and do some of this like she did in the last one. She likes to wreath, and sometimes it's just good, so she may come over here and do some of this. I thought about letting her do the whole thing, but I like doing them too. Let's just be honest.
Just be honest.
You can go ahead and open your mesh if you want. I'm going to because it's loud.
She did send an email of the class.
Yay, today?
So I am
Sweet.
to put it in.
So Edith's class will great.
We're through with this, aren't we?
No, she'll use it for today's class.
Okay. Oh, y'all do it.
Do you
for
need
class.
the
No, I was just cleaning up.
Do you need the drawings for today? You got them?
Oh, I need to go get those.
Where are they?
Where are they?
The buffet where her stamps are,
Mm-hmm.
there's one of those pocket envelopes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in that in a Ziploc bag. Marked.
Okay.
Marked.
Of course.
Welcome wreath.
Of course, it's going to be marked.
Of course it'll be marked. If it was ours, it'd be like, it's in a purple tub in the bottom of it. Somebody said today is my husband of 52 years birthday. Janet Matthews, 52 years married. I still say my favorite part of Made It Con so far, Virtual Made It Con, has been Group Me. Kathy Lauren, did you see what she said? Is she on here? She said, Maymay thought you had gone French on us when I spelled pour wrong. I'm going to answer Robin that you're putting the link in now, okay? Unless you're already answering her.
It's in. I'll send her a message too. Or
Okay.
I'll add her in there.
Is she not in there? I would think maybe you want to add these people in. Morning, Debbie. I forgot to cut mine and get it ready, so I was not able to bring it camping. Oh, no. She just killed a bug. I swallowed a bug. What is that from? I swallowed a bug. My favorite movie of all time. If you ever ask me what my favorite movie of all time is, it's my favorite movie of all time. First favorite, because I have another one. I swallowed a bug. What is that from? Do you remember?
No. This is from
Overboard, Goldie Hawn in the back of the truck. Overboard is my favorite movie of all time. Favorite movie of all time.
The other ones.
I couldn't
Those are the
find
ones
it.
we already did.
Hey, Janet, I just read that you've been married 52 years or 58 years. How many years did I just read? You've been married a lot of years. A lot of patience in that. A lot of patience. You've learned over the years how to be patient. And I'm sure he has too. Listen, I give my husband so much credit. I told him the other day, I said, I don't know how you live with me. We're starting in 1 minute, y'all. Overboard. Jennifer knew. No, you don't have to be cut. It don't have to be cut. We're not. Mine's not cut either. We doing it. This is a wreath called a. We call this one single and ready to mingle. You don't cut this one. I gotta fix that camera because it's gonna want to autofocus, and I can't do that all day. That will make me insane, and it will make y'all even more insane. Fix that. Yeah, you're not behind. We're doing it. All you gotta have is your kit.
I still walked 4,000 steps.
Just your kit. This is what you should have. I will go over it in a minute at 9 o'clock.
Ain't time yet.
Jennifer got it. She knew it was overboard. It's one of my favorite scenes. It's not my very favorite scene. My very favorite scene is when she's going above.
So
And they go. And I also love when she goes, "We have a falsetto child." Dude.
I forgot about that one.
I love that movie. It's 9 o'clock. Welcome to your Welcome Wreath Class. How is everyone this morning? It's time to do this thing. Now, we're going to implement the same thing we've done the last couple of classes, and that is this. If you're caught up, you're going to give me a 1. Just type 1 and hit enter. If you need me to slow down, you're going to type a 2 and hit enter. Okay? So if I get to a point and I go, how y'all doing? Just give me a 1 or a 2, and that lets me know where we're at, and it's worked really well. You don't need to have prepped anything here. There was no prep work for this. We're going to do this right here together. So all you need is your wreath form. That's this guy, okay? You're going to need the mesh that came in your kit. You're going to need 3 different ribbons that came into your kit. And these ribbons are not only in your kit, they're pre-cut and pre-dovetailed. How about that? We normally don't do that because I don't like to ship them pre-dovetailed, but we did on this one, and I think that probably did okay. If for some reason yours have frayed in shipping, you can trim them as we go if you need to. So we have 3 ribbons, okay? So you should have the daisy, the stripe, and the black and white. You should also have this little guy, okay? This is your measuring stick. You're going to need that, and then your welcome sign. So let's give us a 1 if you're ready, and we'll get started. I'm gonna wait for a 1, but as I wait for ones, I'm going to tape this down to my work surface, except that I don't have tape. I'm sorry. Does she have tape? She doesn't have any tape. Here, she told me I could use this, so I'm going to use it. I'm just going to, uh-oh. Shannon, where are you going?
Somebody's here to pick up a package.
Oh, okay. Got your mask?
Somewhere.
Don't make me get upset.
First thought I wanted.
Don't make me get upset with you. Okay, I'm going to put this where y'all can see it, but I need it kind of low in my work surface. I'm just going to take some tape and just tape this guy down onto my work surface. That's probably really all I need is that 1 there. I just want to make sure I don't cover up these ends. Thank you, because I need to be able to see these sections down here. Because this is going to be our measure. Oh, man. All right, I'm getting some 1s. That's good. All right, go ahead and get your little measure taped down. And I want to talk to you about these wreath forms, because you may run into this today. Okay, we order the same wreath form every single time. But sometimes the wreath forms that we get will have 18 of these, and sometimes they have 17 of these, and we don't know why that is. We've never had more than 18, but we have had 18 or 17. So when we make a kit for you guys, we always prep it for 18 of these things. But you might have a wreath that has only 17 of these guys. Don't stress about it. It just means you might have a strip of ribbon extra, or you may, your twist may be, nothing will be different where your mesh is concerned, just mostly your ribbon, okay? So I'm going to count mine real quick, just because I want to know what I'm working with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I should have 10 down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and count those for me, because I want to know if anybody doesn't have, just so I know what we're working with. If everybody has 18, I don't have to even let you know. But you should have 18. And I suggest hold 1 and count, and then hold 1 and count so you know where you're at. And just let me know. And if you have 18, give me a 1. And if you have 17, give me a 2. It can happen. It doesn't change your wreath. You'll never even know. It won't be a big deal at all. I'm probably going to have to do some adjusting with all these liquids. It looks like I'm on a liquid diet as many. I've got like all these drinks.
And you were making fun of me having 3 cups the other day. Well, I have 3, but 1's paper.
That's true.
That protein drink makes me thirsty for water. So I put it on there.
It's chalky. It's chalky. All right, have we counted? These got 18. Okay. We're good. A 1 or an 18, that's fine. Just let me know. Oh, goodness. She cleaned up VBS, but she's here. All right, so it looks like everybody is working with pretty much the same. What did we decide we wanted to do? Start top or bottom? How did we feel?
I always do bottom.
I do too.
But we did top because somebody asked us if we could start top a while back.
Somebody asked us to do the top first. I think we'll do the top first today. I don't really think it matters. Just whatever works for you. We're not going to be cutting our mesh first. We'll cut our mesh second, which is really cool. It makes it much easier to do. You're working with a much smaller amount. I don't know why I smell everything. I just smelled that mesh. It's a thing. All right, so if you're ready to go, if you've got all of you've counted everything and stuff, what I want you to do is on the top, first, Minnie Pearl, cut your price tag off, Minnie Pearl. Cut your little tag right here off. Let's get that out of the way. D starts on the bottom. Start where you're comfortable. The reason somebody suggested we start on the top is so they could see their measure easier, and I think we're going to do that today just in case that's a situation for you as well. I gotta try to get this out of my way a tiny bit. Okay. Move these. You're going to need some space, okay? You're going to need some space. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start on the top in this one because I think it might be easier for you guys. And you're going to need to be able to see your measure here. So with your mesh, this is easy, okay? We're going to take our mesh. Hey, Mom, she made it.
Yay!
Go ahead and get your mesh out, Mom. And just get it like this. This is all you need to do is get your form and your mesh. And for you, and I bet Lydia's with you. Good morning, Lyd.
Tell her hello.
Miss Honey says hello. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk it first, and then we'll do it because I want you to know exactly what to do to get started. We're not cutting our mesh first, okay? What we're gonna do is we're just gonna gather up one end. See how I just kind of walked it? We're just gonna gather up one end, and we're gonna put that in to any one of the top ones, any one of the top little doolies here. You'll put it in and you'll twist it, okay? But I'm gonna show you one more time. Y'all, I've been talking for 3 straight days, so 2 more classes, 3 more classes. It's got to hold out for 3 more classes. Let's do it again. I'm going to ruffle up. So that's I haven't cut anything or anything. I just opened my roll, okay? Then I'm going to place this inside this little twist down at the bottom, and then I'm just going to twist it once and twist it twice. Don't worry about closing it. We're coming back to that. Oh, Lydia's asleep. Late night. Oh well, swimming late. So don't worry about don't worry about hiding these or anything. We're coming back to this in a few minutes, okay? So I've placed this in my first one, and now I want to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that up above me a little bit. You see how I'm working? This is my workflow, okay? We're going to be using our little measure here, and we want to use the 8-inch mark. We don't use the 7-inch mark in this wreath, do we? I've just been adding marks for different recipes that we do. So you may have one that says 7, 8, and 10. We're going to use 8 and 10 today.
10 on bottom, 8 on top.
Yeah, we discovered.
We did 7-inch cuts on that one, so we could get
after
more
this. It
cuts.
is 7-inch.
Yeah.
We do use the 7-inch. Okay.
You could get more rolls.
The idea is on the top we're going to do 8-inch poofs. And on the bottom, we're going to do 10-inch poofs, okay? Because an 8-inch poof on the top gives you a flatter wreath, because a lot of you guys say you want it to fit in your screen doors or things like that, and there's no guarantee that it will fit perfectly, but that's a better measurement. So what you'll do is you're going to take your wreath and sit it from your twist to your measure, okay? And I'm going to take my hand to the 8-inch mark. I'm going to move it up so you can see what I've done. So I've lined my twist up at the edge of my measure, and I'm taking my hand to that 8-inch mark, okay? You don't have to do this, okay? You could just eyeball it, but this just helps you. Jennifer, which way should the wreath form be? It's up. Up is the smaller ring is the top. I should have said that. Thank you for asking me. The smaller ring is the top, okay? So you should have that facing up. So you're gonna get an 8-inch poof, all right? Then you're gonna come to that second twist on the top. This is where I started. This is my second one. I'm going to open this guy up, and with my hand at 8 inches, I'm going to put this in there just like this, okay? And then I'm going to close this twice. Once, twice, and leave it. Don't stress about this. Do not stress about this. Let me tell you about a geo mesh wreath. Not geo mesh, that's old school. Let me tell you about a mesh wreath, okay? They are going to be ugly before they're done. Like at one point today, you're going to go, this is not working. You need to know this. But when it's over with, you're going to be like, I cannot believe that worked out. Right? That's what you'll say. All right, so you got one twist in. Tell me if you're caught up here. Give me some ones. Shoot a 1 in the comment. Just type 1, enter, 1, enter, 1, enter. And I'm taking my time because I've got time today. This is not a long project, okay? So we're not going to let anybody get behind or lost or anything. So just be patient with your fellow students, and I know you can handle it. Sip on that coffee. Look at the beautiful sunlight that we have no windows to look out at. I don't have coffee either.
Wish I did.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
I didn't make it this morning.
So we've got one 8-inch puff from here to here.
I don't think I have enough.
Enough coffee?
No.
All right.
Sorry, it's caffeine in it.
So once you've gotten to this puff, you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to line your twist up at the edge of your measure, slide your hand down to 8 inches, okay? Don't pull the mesh, just slide your hand down to 8 inches, and then come to the next twist on the top, open it up, Place it inside. So that's another 8-inch twist. Notice how I'm not doing anything to that mesh. I'm not puffing it. You can if you have to. If you have to touch it, you can do this. If you have to. We can do it later, but if you need to, do it. Okay? If you need to, do it, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is the motion. Continue this motion all the way around the top. Measure your 8-inch, just like this. Open your next twist on top. Place it inside. Place it inside. Oh, yay. Susan's got a beautiful breeze. I'm going to puff it because I know y'all going to want to. So there's your puff. See my puffs? I guess I should puff this one. They are cute, and I know you're going to want to. It's fine. It's your wreath. Do your thing. All right. From my twist to my 8-inch, if you need me to slow down, give me a 2. Type in a 2 if we need to slow down. All right. I'm going to go to my 8-inch and put it inside here. Twist it twice. Puff. I'm puffing because you're going to want to. You're going to want to. And I'm going to continue this round all the way around the top. 8 inches. Open a twist. Put it inside. Put it inside. Puff. Oh, that reminds me. Never mind. 8 inches. Open a twist. I'm not getting any 2s. This tells me you're all on board.
This is 8 inches.
Let me send this home with you. This little measure. Okay. This
Your work.
8 inches.
We needed that.
Mind my business. Should have said do your work.
Your work.
Okay. Do my puff. That's what it keeps reminding me of. Yes. I would puff mine as I go. See, some people will. I'm just going to do it and let y'all see. All right, this is my last one, my last 8-inch. Now, on my last one, I'm going to wait till you get here. Everybody tell me when you get to the beginning, where you started. So when you get to the beginning, give me a 1. Brenda, those pants are so cute. What are they?
Pajama bottoms.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're so cute.
$9 on the pajama rack.
Well, they're really
And the ones
cute.
I really wanted were like 50. And I wouldn't.
Oh, so Judy, you're just watching for now? Let me know if you're just watching and going to make it afterwards. Give me a 3 because I'll go faster. Because I want to stick with the pace of the students. I don't want to get ahead or behind. So if you're just going to watch, let me know that. And if everybody's just going to watch, I'll just make it. I don't think everybody's watching because I'm getting some 1s. All right, Lori's there. Her son just said it. My mama used to sing that song to me. Like, she knows the whole song.
Yeah.
And I used to want to know what, is it ceiling tiles? Ceiling tiles? Is that in there? Susan's just watching. Okay. Judy's just watching. Okay. I got some watchers. That's fine. You'll know what you're doing. Because I think it's always good to watch a tutorial first and then do it. Because that's when I learned how to do it my way.
Helms just watching.
All right, so for those of you who've given me a 1, okay, we've got some 1s coming in. What you're going to do is you're going to go to that first one you did. You're going to open those 2 twists. Now look, don't worry about your mesh. It's already going to be locked in. Don't pull it because you can take it out, but it's not going anywhere. You're just going to go right back here and you're going to add this piece in. Now I'm going to do this. I want to show you what I'm going to do. Instead of going this way so that the end of my mesh is facing the center of the wreath, I'm going to go around this guy so that the end of my mesh is coming out because I'm going to go to the bottom now and I want my mesh going this way. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, somebody give me a 1 on that. Are you giving me a 1? Shannon just threw a 1 up. She's like, I got you. I'm going to puff this the other way because I don't want to go that way. Okay. So basically you wanted to end with that mesh coming out. And that's just a matter of turning it this way in the twist versus turning it that way. Because if you turn it that way, your long piece is going to go to the middle. And we don't want to do that. Let me show you what I'm working with. That was pretty good pre-puffing.
Looks really good.
Maybe I should pre-puff. It might save us a step later.
It's probably like, was it Susan that said it gives you that? Yeah, it makes you see the progress more.
Oh, good. Mama's just watching. Good. Because I was afraid I was going to have to go real slow.
She's just watching, and she's gonna bring him to us too.
I know it. She should have just left them. You should have just left them. All right. No, you and Lydia will make them. If you'll just give them to Lydia, she'll make them.
My sister left hers here so I could make it.
All right, guys. I'm opening my bottom twists all out. I want to show you. If you don't open them all out, you have to find them. And it's not a big deal. But if you open them all out, you can kind of just see them. Okay? All right. Now what we're going to do is from the top, from this mesh at the top, you're going to go back to the edge of your ruler and you're going to go to 10 inches. So where we were doing 8 on the top, we're going to do 10 on the bottom. We're going to do the same thing, okay? And I'm going to work, I think I'm going to work away from it because it just kind of wants to do that. My mesh just kind of wants to go that way, so that's what I'm going to do. It won't matter. Just go whichever direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, that your mesh kind of wants to go. So 10 inches, and what I'm going to do, okay, let me show you this. This is important to me. This is where I ended. This is the twist underneath where I ended. I'm not going to start in that twist. I'm going to go to the one next to it because I want to give my puff a place to go. Does that make sense? I don't want a 10-inch puff right here because I've got one here and one here. I want to take my puff over there, and this will end fine. We'll get back to it, okay? All right, so let's do our 10 inches, and then I'm going to go to this puff that gives me a little bit of distance. And you guessed it, I'm going to open it up, not puff, but twist. I'm going to open that twist and do it twice. Don't worry about your twist because we're going to come back to them, and I'm going to puff as I go since I did on top. I will repuff 1,000 times. That's what we do. Now we're going to continue that same motion on the bottom. 10 inches, open up a twist on the bottom, put our mesh in, twist it 2 times. Open your puff, okay? Keep going. You're doing that all the way around. From your twist to 10 inches, open up the next twist, put it inside. One thing you'll notice about these wreath forms, by the way, you can give me a 2 if I need to slow down. One thing you'll notice about these wreath forms is that the twists are not always evenly spaced, but it won't matter. When it's all over with, you're going to have a beautiful wreath and it won't matter. All right, 10 inches, open my next puff, put this inside, close the twist. And I'm trying to do this so y'all can see it in camera, so this will be even easier for you. Oh, hey, Lyd. What's breakfast?
Cereal. Let me guess.
I don't know. She's at Mama's. It could be ice cream.
I'm going to Mama's.
You got to know Mama and Papa.
Right.
Papa will be like, ice cream makes you cute.
Yeah.
That's what you want some ice cream? Makes you cute.
That's my problem.
Lydia will tell you want a snack cake? Makes you cute. That's what Papa says.
That's right.
I'm liking this Pawpaw.
He's literally, that is our Pawpaw. Oh, I need to slow down, Judy? I thought you were just watching. All right. I'm going to go a little slower. So 10 inches. Next twist. I would be shocked if she's having something that's, well, it depends. If Pawpaw's not up yet, she'll be eating something appropriate. Lydia's not gonna, she's not that person though. She's not an ice cream for breakfast girl. I mean, she might on like vacation, but she's not really that girl.
I'm that girl.
She's a sensible girl. All right, your next twist. Y'all see how fast this is? You see how easy this is? So easy. And it makes it real easy with the little measure thing that we give you guys. It doesn't even have to be this. You can just make a 10-inch mark. Oh, I see. Okay. I forgot y'all are all together. I get confused about that. Judy said Dee's assisting. That's fine. Y'all take your time, and then we'll wait on a 1. We'll wait on a 1 when you're ready. Because I think Dee knows the motion. She knows what to do. We'll just give her a second. Here's a good example of this, okay? See how close these twists are? I'm going to put my hands where they are. They're super close. So this puff is going to look disproportioned, but it won't when we're done. It won't. Have you noticed that with these? It's always been that way. So some of them will look kind of really tall, but it won't matter in the end. Brenda, are you just cleaning? You can't handle it, can you? All right, I'm getting close to the end, and what I want y'all to do is when you get almost to your last one, almost to where you started, I want you to give me a 1 when you get there, because we're going to talk about that, okay? I forgot to poof one. Let me go back and poof it. One more. Well, yeah, I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to wait on you guys to get here with me. This is the last one from where I started. It's like the one that I skipped the first time. That's where I'm at now. Cereal. Papa must not be awake. Or in the room.
Ice cream's for dessert.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is where I'm stopping now, but this is where I did my first twist on the bottom. So I'm stopping here, but I'm going to go here, but I want to wait till you guys get there. So give me a 1 when you've gone as far as you can and with your empty twists. Mama, have you tried this stress relief anti-bac from Bath and Body Works? It's amazing. It's so invigorating.
I wish they had a lotion that smelled like that.
We do. It's up front. That's what the lotion.
That's what the lotion is.
That's what Taylor had on the other day. Remember when I kept saying, "What is that?" Yeah, they have the whole thing. You know what it is? It's because it's eucalyptus and spearmint essential oils. Yes. Oh, I got a 1. I told y'all this one's a quick one. Shannon, I like puffing as I go. I don't normally do that.
No, you don't.
But I don't have to puff. Here's another one. Now, y'all, I'm going to be a little patient. Dee and Judy, and I think one other person is working together, but they may not all be in the class this morning.
I think 2 are watching, 1 is working.
Okay, so I'm gonna let Dee have a little bit of grace, okay? She's probably, I don't know, she may be doing multiple wreaths, so we're going to give her just a little bit. Do we sell it? The lotion? No, it's Bath and Body Works.
I like the stuff you put in the water more than the lotion.
See, I don't bath.
Oh, I do.
I don't bath.
I bath.
I don't bath, I shower.
I shower, I don't bath.
I do both.
But that's why I like to get the body lotion and all that kind of stuff, you know. And the soap, the shower soap. I love their shower. What do they call it?
Shower gel.
Is it a gel? It's not a soap.
Well, that's what I use in the tub because I don't do the bubble bath.
I can't bubble bath.
You want that again?
This ain't a bubble bath girl.
No, me either.
1.
I've got some ones. I got some ones. Y'all are doing great. Are you feeling good? Does your mesh look good? Does your mesh look bad? It's gonna look bad. It should anyway. If it looks good, you're in the wrong class. You're advanced.
Yours looks good.
Mine looks decent. If it looks good, you should be in wreath making 102. Is that how that goes in college classes? 102, 103? Okay, she's doing hers too. Okay. Oh, Pawpaw's not in the room. Lydia does an impression of Pawpaw at the pool. Y'all should see it. When he's babysitting, this is her impression, y'all, while we're waiting. He has his phone. He'll be like, "Y'all good? Y'all want a snack?" And he'll go, "It'll make you cute." And Lydia does the impression. It is so good. Uh-oh, Debbie, yours looks like a hot mess? It won't. I promise it won't when we're done. You're going to be like, "This is incredible. This is incredible." All right. Somebody gave it to me for Christmas. You're going to love it. I love this stress relief. It's so good, Mom. It's so good. Okay. Dee Dee, can I move on or can I not? Tell me.
It's not that much of a hot mess, Debbie.
Oh, I want to see.
She just hadn't fluffed it.
Oh, that's not a hot mess. Don't worry. Do your poofs. Go poof.
Poof it, poof it.
And poof just means open this up as much as you can. That's all that means. Just open it up with your selvage edges on the side. She's like, trusting you. Just open up your
You're
poofs.
brave.
Just
Trust
open them up as much as you
Trust the process.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do this one then. She says Dee's getting hers done. So here's the deal. Where I ended on that last one, I'm going to get myself another 10-inch. Okay, Dee said go. I'm going to get another 10-inch, okay? And then where I put mine in the first time, I'm just going to finish this off by opening that one and placing this inside. And this will complete your circle all the way around. And remember, that other mesh that's in there will stay. You can go in and do your poof. And there you go. Now, all you have to do, dear Lord at the poofing, she said, all you have to do here, I'm going to put my hand under it so you can see. This is my tail of mesh. This is my mesh. I'm just going to take my scissors and about 1.5 inches away from my twist, I'm going to snip that mesh off. About 1.5 inches away from my twist. You see my little deal there? You won't see him later. He'll be gone. All right, so tell me when you get here. I don't want to move on till you're here. I'm going to move mine out of the way because once you're here, you can move yours out of the way too. It did turn out pretty good with the pre-poofing.
I did.
We should pre-poof every time. We learn something new. Learn something new. Now this part we're going to get to, I'm not going to start until you guys are there, but this part is what makes this wreath called single and ready to mingle because we're using a single roll of mesh and we're going to mingle it all throughout, okay? So what we mean by mingle is it's 2 techniques. First, it's the poof, which we just did, okay? And second, it's the mingle part, which we're going to do now. So here's where you have to do a little bit of work, okay? So now what you're going to do, and y'all are going to be like, no, you're not. I cannot believe it. Here's what you're going to do. See this messy, oh, messy thing? I don't care if it's messy. That does not bother me. I'm going to show you just how much. Look how bad that is. I'm going to lay this here. I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm using my scissors today. You guys asked me to because you said I was too fast with my rotary, so I'm going to use my scissors, okay? And on that 7-inch mark on my little piece, I'm going to slice up and get as many 7-inch pieces as I can. Now, here's the deal. Here's why I do not care what this end looks like. Watch this. I'm going to be rolling this up like so. And I can hide that messy part and get myself this. That's what I want. I don't care how messy that is, okay? This is what we're looking for, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut all we can get from this roll in 7 inches. So do that. Do what?
Where did you put the last one?
In the one I started in. I opened it up and put it in. All right. So, I'm going to go right here and cut 7 inches. These are filler loops for this wreath, especially for this kind of mesh. If you get a mesh that's not a very full or very body full mesh, you know, there's some meshes that have a lot of body to them. This one doesn't in particular. This one has a lot of bounce. There's a lot of bounce in this one, but not a lot of like thickness. This is where we're going to fill that wreath up. And you know, you're going, I don't like it, I don't like it. You will. This is going to help you like it. So I'm going to cut all the 7-inch pieces I can using my scissors. If you have a rotary cutter, use that. That makes it faster. You'll be through before us, but that's fine. We don't have too many of these to cut. But one thing I love about this is I know I can do this wreath with 1 roll of mesh. It makes life so easy. I don't have to go, am I going to need 2 rolls of mesh? I also can know this. I can make 2 wreaths from 2 rolls of mesh if I want to do a 2-color wreath. You see what I'm saying? So like I can take 1 roll and poof it on the top and then put half of my twist, and then I can take 1 and do it on the bottom. That's okay if your mesh is on the floor. Let it be on the floor. I usually put my mesh in like a basket on the floor and pull it from there, but I'm at Brenda's work surface today because her camera is higher than mine, so this works out better. I can get more of my work surface in on Brenda's than it. She has a bigger mat than I do. So, cut your 7 inches. When you get all your 7s cut, just give me a 1. That's the thing about wreath making. What Shannon and I try to do is we try to take all the guesswork out. I want you to be able to go to the store, ours or another one, and go, for this single and ready to mingle wreath, I need 1 roll of mesh and I need 3 different ribbons. Like, that's it. That's easy, right? And I can make this wreath in my sleep. And if, like I said, if you wanted to do 2 colors, if you wanted to add a second mesh, you would just do 1 on the top in the 8-inch and then the other one on the bottom in the 10-inch, and go ahead and cut all your 7 inches and use them just the same as we're going to today. And then how far from that to cut going fast? What does that mean?
The end where you finish it off?
1.5 inches. Just enough for it to stay in place. Just about 1.5 inches. I'm doing this real slow so you can catch up. Cut your 7 inches.
The 7 inches just until you run out of mesh.
till there's no more left on your roll.
You're just finishing your roll up with a 7-inch cut.
You won't have enough. Typically, you won't have enough for every single twist. How much is the roll? Meaning price or amount on here. The amount on here is, I threw it
10
away.
yards. It's 10 inches by 10 yards.
Yeah, this one's 10 inches by 10 yards. Okay. So typically that's what you're going to find, a 10-yard roll. I rarely see more than that unless you specifically look for a bigger roll. And another thing I want to tell you, when you're going to the store, I don't buy 21-inch mesh anymore. I used to, okay? But even for this poof style, 21-inch mesh is just too much to deal with. I mean, you're talking twice the width of this. It's just too much. So I don't buy 21-inch anymore. I just do the 10-inch and do the poofs like this, and I'm happy. And I say I don't buy it anymore. Let me tell you where I would buy it. If I were using the mesh itself as a decoration, like if I was going to make a garland out of mesh, I'd get the 21-inch because I'd want a bigger poof. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Like if I was going to put it on my staircase as my decoration, I mean, I would still do this too, but if I wanted it really super
and when
poofy.
we wanted a big poof in this, we just do 2 colors of mesh, overlap them, and it doesn't give you as much as the 21, but it does give a little bit more.
And I've had people ask me about 21. Well, can't I just cut it in half? No.
You don't want to.
The fray you're getting on the edge of this would be all the way down your mesh, and that would be an issue. Now, people have done it. Can you do it? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. It's not suggested. But I just don't buy the 21-inch anymore. And what I mean by that is the 21-inch wide mesh or 22 or whatever. We don't even carry it in store because we're like, it just doesn't work for our style. Since they, the big mesh came out first, and I think they perfected it with this one. I love this kind of mesh.
Changing the textures of the mesh
Has helped so much. Man, you'll know in the years that have gone on, you have bought mesh that has just fallen apart when you cut it, right? And even what we used, if you were in our flower wreath class the other day, which is a traditional mesh that we used, it does not fall apart. It's so pretty and it's so well done. Oops, almost cut your finger, girl.
Nah.
You're getting to the end, and you may struggle with this too. You can go ahead and take this off of here just by doing this number. Just roll that tape off. And what I do, I don't want to waste this piece, so I peel that tape off of my mesh, which may seem like a lot, but I want to use every single bit of this mesh. I paid for it. I'm going to get my money out of it, right?
Yep.
They're not going to have help, so you can't help me. They'll be like, I don't have help.
On my room.
Yep. If it won't be fair, will it? Shannon will help. She is a helper. If you want her to come help you, if she could travel, she would. But here's what you can do. When you get to the bottom, if you're struggling, just take something and sit it here. This is Brenda's paint jar. Her water jar. I'm going to cut this to 7. And then it looks like this is my last 7-inch piece because this one may be a little bit longer than 7 inches. I'm not going to cut it down. Yeah, I'm not going to cut that down. There's no need. This one's longer, but we're going to let it go.
Let it roll.
And my favorite part about this wreath is that it does the work for you. The way we've designed the recipe, it does the work for you because we use the first part of the wreath to poof with, and on the roll of mesh, that's the looser part of the mesh. But you can see here that the end parts do your twist for you. Isn't that cool? I'm not even going to have to twist these. I just have to kind of line them up, and they do that for me. So, I think that's pretty cool. So if you're here, if you've got your cuts done, let me know. And you just want them twisted. Now, I'm going to count mine really quick. Go ahead and count yours too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 20. Tell me how many you got. 20 is a good number. I mean, but 18 and up is a great number. If you can get 18 and up, you're doing good. We've been working 34 minutes and we're well over halfway done. Well at halfway.
Yeah.
Because the cutting takes a while.
The hard part's over.
The hard part is done.
Well, to me, the hard part's over.
The hard part is done. Oh, that was you.
Yeah. We just don't have kits made up. But we have all the stuff in store to basically show you what.
The flower wreath kit we could throw together easy.
Yeah.
The flower one? Because that's just mesh and product.
We have all the stuff.
We might need to put some of those together and just let our students know. Okay, so Jennifer has 13. Debbie has 19. This is good. I want to see what y'all ended up with.
How many you got?
22.
Cool.
Oh, time for a door prize. I'm with you, girl.
Look
I'm
at
with
you,
you.
Susan.
I love it. Okay, thanks for reminding me. We'll do that. All right, do we have our numbers? Our names.
Yep.
Drawn. All right, you're going to get to pick your door prize. And here's who's entered into the door prize drawing. If you took this class and paid for it, you're entered. You don't have to be present, okay? So you're going to get to choose. Today, we have this beautiful, what am I doing? It's this beautiful stationery set. This is a notebook, envelopes, and something else in there. I can't remember. Oh, wait, maybe it says it. Here it is. It is 40 lined sheets and 20 envelopes. So these sheets are in this kind of beautiful blue floral pattern, and it's Isaiah 40:31, okay? Or you can choose one of these cute little dudes. We did home decor prizes for this one. These are little wooden signs. Look how cute they are. They're adorable. So this one says, home is where your mom is. This one says, his love endures forever, and this is the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't need it. So you get to choose if you want one of these and which one you want. And you get to choose if you want the stationery set, which is gorgeous. Okay? All right, so let me dig in. I dig down to the bottom. Oh, I had one. Here it is. Here she is. Let's pull her out. Pull her out. This is Kathy Badafosky. Did I say it right?
Badofsky. Her husband picked it up and I asked him.
Badofsky. There's an O in there, I think I should say, but you don't.
No, he said
Kathy Badofsky is our winner. So Kathy, either let me know now which one you want if you're here, or you can email Shannon and let her know which one of those you want, and we'll get it to you. All right, that was a good idea. All right, so we got 13, 19, 17, and 19, 17, and 18. Perfect, okay? So I'm going to move these out of my way. Just get them over to where I can reach them, and I'm going to bring my wreath back over. Now, I ended up with 22, okay? So I'm going to have 2 spots that have 2 in them. Is that right? 18, 19, 20, 21. Yes. I have 2 spots that'll have 2 in them. Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to show you just using one. Even if you don't have enough to put them everywhere, randomly do this, okay? So I've got my wreath. This is the top. I'm going to open up one twist, okay, to allow me to put something inside. I'm going to take one of my loops and I'm going to squish it in the middle, okay, like I'm putting on a belt. And then I'm going to push this down into that I opened, and I'm going to close it up. Only 2 times because we're coming back in there. We're coming back in that twist. This is what starts to give your wreath extra body, okay? So I have enough to put at least 1 in every twist, but if you don't have enough to put at least 1 in every twist, just put them randomly throughout. You don't need any kind of recipe. Just spread them around. Just open up a twist and put 1 inside. Rhonda, you've got some extras too. So some of yours will get 2, some of them will get 1. So just put these in randomly. That's all you got to do. I promise you, it will not matter. You can literally have 5 on one. It won't matter. Just spread them around and put them in. But for me, like I said, I got to put 1 in every one, and 2, I'm going to put 2 in the bottom. And 2 of mine will get 2, is what I should say. 46, y'all adding them all up. If y'all got 46, you could split them in half and mix them around, or split them in 3, or whatever you need to do. But like I said, I'm going to put 1 in every one of mine, and where I have some extras, I'm just going to put them in. It won't matter. Oh, 20 something. I got you. All right, so put those inside there. So up and down, not side to side twist, does it matter? What does that mean? So up and down, not side to side twist, does it matter? I'm going, if this is what you mean, I'm going across. Like I put these, this is my twist here. I'm putting my loop across like that. I think that's what you mean. But honestly, just do it. Just open this up and wherever it lands. Just open this, put it in, wherever it lands, it won't matter.
Yeah, because they kind of have a mind of their own.
They're going to do their own thing. All these are doing is filling it up. These are mingling throughout our wreath. They're just going to mingle. They're just going to mingle. Now, I cannot believe nobody's asked me this question. Why do you open them and redo them every time? Why don't you enter it, why don't you put your ribbon in the same motion? Here's why I don't. I used to do that, and I was fine with it until I started watching a channel called Trendy Tree. And this is two Southern girls who make the most beautiful wreaths. And they said you need to always open your twist to add the next item because it will keep your wreath from getting too tall. Now here's what I mean by that. By opening these twists and pressing everything into the same area, we're keeping our wreath low. If you were to just keep adding on top of this and adding on top of this in these twists, it would make your items come taller and taller, and that's not what you want to do. You want everything to stay nice and tucked. So you do need to open your twist every time and then put them in there. All right, and then stick that inside. And like I said, I have to do every one. You may not have enough to do every one, and it is not the end of the world. All right, so I'm back to the beginning at the top, and now I'm just going to go to the bottom and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 in this one because I know I have to put 2 into one of them. Look, this is my one from the beginning that was all janky. It won't matter. Put it with another one, scrunch it together, and I'm good. Won't matter. But you'll see how this will start to, like, take away from that perfect poof, which is what we want. We want it to feel more organic, more loose. Okay. So you guys may get done faster than me, so just let me know when you get done. Show me a 1. Dun, dun, dun. One day we did 3 videos live of wreath making. Remember that?
Yes.
At the other store, and Shannon was like, "I need some gloves." She had made 3 wreaths that day live on Facebook.
And they ate my little hands up.
It was a lot.
Not as bad as the Christmas trees did, though.
Oh, our Christmas tree lights. We have these Christmas trees that spin in our store, and the lights had just kind of sporadically gone out on the tree, and we've been adding lights here and there, but it just got to the point that they wouldn't spin right anymore. So Shannon decided to de-light them and relight them. And how long did it take you? 3 weeks? Oh, come on.
Forever.
It took
With 3 trees.
It took at least 5 days full, but she had to spread them out of working too. But she sat in there and redid all of those. It was a lot of work, but I appreciated it.
Pretty.
They're beautiful. They're prettier than when we bought them. I mean, you did a great job on them, but it's a lot of work. Right, so get that one in there.
He told me I'd never buy a pre-lit tree.
Oh, really?
Probably.
Your tree's not pre-lit?
No. My tree, I have to add all the limbs, the limb by limb.
That's right. You told me that.
I have an old-fashioned tree.
Mine's so old I had to add lights, but none of the lights work.
You should see what Shannon did. I mean, you saw the after result. I don't know if you saw how long she sat there.
Oh, she did.
Sticking her hands in there, sticking her hands in. All
Awesome.
right, I dropped one. I got to get it. Well, I only had to put 2 into one hole. That was interesting. I counted wrong. I must have had 20 instead of 22. All right, so I've added my loops everywhere. Look how full that got. Look at that. I love that. You saw it look like poofed, but now it gives it some organic. See all these little white twisties that just add something to it? I love it. Oh, here they are. I was like, I didn't have enough. I did have enough. So where did I end up? I feel like everybody got one.
Right there. Yep.
Right here.
Listen.
Just grabbing 2 and throwing them in there. Literally throwing them in there. Right there. And then this one. So I did have 22. All right. Give me a 1 when you got your loops in. Because then we go to ribbon. Ribbon is fun. I'm going to pull the ribbon out so we can talk about it. Uh-oh, Susan may need to leave. It's time for her water bottle camping fun. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun.
Yes, it does.
Because it sounds like water. That's good. Be careful with your ribbons because they have those wires on the end. We're through with this measure, so I'm going to get it out of the way because it's just lifting up anyway. So you're through with your little ruler. Remember how many of these they have? Do I need to count?
I think it's 6 of each one.
Okay.
I think.
Straightening out on the ends. All right, so go ahead and open up your ribbons and just put them down on your work surface. Don't worry if they're very twisted up because they've been in the package. It doesn't matter. It's fine because we're going to be changing the shape anyway. That's why you want to use wired ribbon. Oh, I'm going to make the ribbon so easy for you guys. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the recipe, okay? This particular recipe, y'all can see that I'm straightening. Here's what I'm doing. On the ends where it's all kind of, it's been in there too long, just run your hand down like that. It's almost like you're just redirecting that wire. So on each side, just redirect that, and look how bad this one is, right? And I'm just going to run my fingers down that wire, and it just opens it out. No big deal. We discovered that we could get a really full, pretty wreath with very simple math, okay? So we use 3 ribbons because you want to use 3 or 5. You don't want to use 4. You don't want to use 6. You don't want to use even numbers. That's never as pretty to the eye as odd numbers are. So what you want to do is cut for yourself. Let me count real quick. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That is correct, by the way, because here's the thing. You have 18 twists on your wreath form. So what you want to have is 6 pieces of 3 ribbons. Let me explain why. So you have 18. You want to divide it by 3, which gives you 6. So that's how you know how many cuts you need. Now for length, we have done it by trial and error. We've decided 36 inches is our length. Is that right? 36?
Yep, 36.
I have to remember. I always forget. So
I don't. I cut all of them
she does the cutting.
on our kits.
So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. They start out at a life of 36 inches. Now, when you dovetail them, you might lose an inch, and that's fine. But you start out with 36 inches, okay? So these are all 36-inch pieces. Now, these are 2.5 inch wide. You don't have to have 2.5 inch, okay? You can have 1.5 inch. You can do thicker. They do ribbons up to 4 inches, and they're pretty, but again, they're a little bit big for a wreath. Those are more for things like garlands, even massive Christmas trees. They're not really for this kind of application. Now, the other thing you can do is you can add textural pieces, okay? So like mesh tubing, which we love to add tubing. Tubing is a thing we add all the time. You can add floral picks. You can add anything. You can add tinsel. Like, it doesn't matter. You can add to your, because this guy will hold whatever you open up and put inside that twist. Okay.
Did on the 4th of July, the
Our-
star picks.
Our
and
4th of July,
fireworks,
we put the stars and the fireworks and all that, so you can do all kinds of
hot
stuff.
glue stuff.
And here's the thing. Where you get intimidated is the bow. People are like, how do I get my bows to look like that? We've taken the work out of it. I'm going to show you how easy it is. So what do you have to do when you're designing a wreath? If you want to redo this one, you're going to pick 1 roll of mesh, 3 different ribbons, and you need 36 inches 6 times. So that's what's important to measure. Do that for me. 36 times 6. Because I want to tell you, like, our ribbon comes on 10-yard rolls, so there's 36 inches in there. I mean, 360 inches in that.
216.
So this is 216 inches. So when you're looking at, well, do it in yards. It'll be 6 yards, 36 inches, 6 yards. So you need 6 yards of each one of these guys,
So
okay?
you normally, in a 10-yard roll on our ribbon, you normally get 10 36-inch pieces on a 10-yard roll.
Yeah, because that's, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you're looking for. If you're going to, you need a yard times 6 of 3 different ones. So 6 yards, 6 yards, 6 yards. I probably went around the world to confuse you on that. I want to try to say it where you're not confused. Ignore what I just said. Now let's go from here. Ready? When you're buying your ribbon, you're going to need 6 yards of each pattern. That was so much easier. And then you're ready to go. That's all there is to it. All right, I don't have a lot of ones right now, so I'm going to wait till I get some ones and see if you're ready for ribbon. because I don't have a lot. Now, let me say this to you. We're about to do something random. See my quote mark? Here's what that means. Some of your ribbons might end up close to each other. It won't matter. You don't want them directly over each other, but close to each other is not going to matter, okay? And we'll talk about that more as we put them in. You want to come put these in, or are you working? You need to work?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me. Shannon does beautiful ribbon. I don't mind. You don't mind. Oh, she's getting up, y'all.
I'll do it.
All right, Shannon's going to come she's going to come do ribbons for you, okay? I'm going to sit close so I can talk you through it.
Shot of OJ.
That seat gets hot. I'm just going to warn you. I still don't have a whole lot of ones. We got some coming in.
I don't know why I brought my phone.
I got to stay close because the mic is here. And we're going to go, like, I have to slow Shannon down. We're going to go super slow.
I'm going to go slow.
Super slow.
1, 2, 1, 1.
I stabbed myself with a piece of that ribbon. It's not bleeding. I kept thinking it's going
It
to.
hurts. Those little wires are mean.
I want to get a couple more ones because I was getting more than that earlier, so I don't want to get ahead of anybody. Anybody taking paint pour after this? That one's going to be messy and fun and fast. Yeah. Okay, there ain't no way I can slow that class down. It is what it is.
Paint pours.
It pours and it's done and it's fast.
Oh, here we got.
Here comes some ones. Good.
Got a few more.
I feel better about that.
Hi, Susan. Starting to add. I'm almost caught up. All right, D.
So again, let's talk about wreaths and where the intimidation factor comes in. You see these wreaths that are just loaded down with items, and they're beautiful, and you can do that. It's just a matter of learning this base. If you can learn how to create this base, you can add anything you want as much as you want. I want to show y'all one. I'm going to go get that welcome wreath and show them because I think it's so pretty.
Yeah. The lemon wreath is my favorite. Yay, Debbie's in paint pour and Lori's in paint pour. Exciting. And Janet. We have a few in paint pour.
Oh, yay. So this wreath in particular is one I was telling you about. You can add texture. Instead of adding ribbon to this wreath, we added tubing. Can you see that? So there's tubing, and these are not twisted, they're ruffled. Have we done a ruffle wreath? I don't think we've done a ruffle.
I don't remember.
Not in a while. And these are silk flower picks. Now, I hot glued these in. Just cut them apart, hot glued them in here and there. But that's what I mean by it's the basic design, and then you can add texture. So there's one idea. And this one, I'm going to let you put it in because I don't know which way's up.
This is my favorite.
It's so big.
I want it for my front door.
So this one is a loop wreath. Is it all loops? Yeah.
Yep.
No? Yeah. This one's all just loops where we did the, and we have these recipes on our blog, by the way. But these are all just loops. And these are faux succulents. Like, they're not silk. They're like the plastic. And I loaded it. Can you kind of scroll it? I loaded it. Yeah, turn it. I loaded it with those little faux succulents. Put a sign in the middle. Added a bow to one side. Like, once you learn the basic wreath, you can add. This one's just gorgeous.
I love this wreath.
It's a lot. This wreath is a lot. Okay, this sign, this is like a $20 sign. Like, I would never normally do that, but I love this sign.
Yeah.
So that's two options for you. All right, so we're probably caught up. Let me lay these down.
All right. Anybody not caught up yet, give us a 2.
Give us a toot is what it sounded like.
Give us a 2.
Toot, toot.
2. Not a 2.
All right, let's talk about ribbon. I think we're probably in a good... Oh, Dee's got her one up. Okay.
D got a 1. Yay,
So for
D.
let's make the bow without that in the way. We're going to go very slow. This is the simplest bow you've ever made. I promise. You're going to take any one of your ribbons. It doesn't matter. You're fixing to alternate them. So start with whichever one you want to start with, okay? the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the tails that are already dovetailed for you, and you're going to cross them over and make an X. That establishes the tails of your bow. That's it. So make an X. Then it should look kind of like a awareness ribbon. See that? Now back at the back, Shannon's going to put her hand back here at the top of that loop, and she's going to bring that down to the X where it crosses. Now this is important, and I want to make sure I tell you this. She didn't take it like this. It's not at the top, okay? She's pushing it behind the X. Show the difference. Bring it to the top. When you bring it to the top, it gives you flat loops. We want puffy loops. She's going to push it behind the X, and look how puffy they get. They get much more puffy. Now the other thing you want to do is your tails. All you want to do is you want to make sure your tails are as long or slightly longer than your loops, okay? That's it. They don't have to be the same. It doesn't matter. Just make sure they're as long or slightly longer than your loops. And then for the hard part, ready? And it goes fast. You either scrunch or pleat the middle. We tend to be pleater scrunchers, kind of a little of both. You just do that, okay? That's it. So I'm going to get Shannon to do that one more time. So you're going to take your tails and cross them over in an X. And once you learn this, this is the motion for 18 times, okay? Then you're going to go to the end of that loop and bring it behind the crossover. And now you're going to pleat the center of that where those X's cross over, where those tails cross over. And that is it. You're going to do that 18 times. Now look how different this one looks than last time. It doesn't matter. It's not going to matter. So she's going to pull her wreath over. And starting anywhere, top, bottom, wherever you want to start, she's going to open a twist. And this is where you have to make a decision, okay? Shannon likes her tails different than I like my tails usually. I usually take my tails out. So when the loops go to the center of the wreath and the tails go out, I feel like you get more movement that way. Are you agreeing with me?
I like the outside.
Well,
I like tails facing out.
Okay. So when we say out, the center of the wreath is in, the edge of the wreath is out. So her loops are going toward the center and her tails are going out. And I think it makes a better wreath, okay? Gives you more movement. And you're going to just open those twists and sit that inside and twist it around. Now at this point, you can hide your twist. Nothing else is going inside. So to hide the twist, go real slow, you're going too fast. To hide those twists, you're going to push down behind that mesh and push those twists down in there. And there's one more step that makes everything pop, okay? So go back and do that one more time. That was real fast. So she's got her little extra twist. She's already closed her bow in, okay? She's going to take her twist and tuck them down behind and under the mesh, like under the form. And once she gets it back there, this is the kicker, okay? You're going to take your thumb and place it on the top of this whole dealie. This is going to be your scrunch, your bow, everything. And you're going to push your thumb down. And when you do that, number one, it pushes all that working stuff into the inside and it pulls your bows up and it gives you this puff, okay? And that's what you want, this puff. All right, tell me if you're there before we move on. I do not want to move on until I hear you all give me a 1 if you know what to do. Or if you have a question, ask us the questions. I want to make sure you know where you're at. I feel like if we move on, you're going to get frustrated, and I don't want to move on. I don't want to cause any frustration. So that's why it's taking a second. What y'all think about those wreaths too? Aren't they pretty? And that's what I meant by adding texture. You don't have to just do ribbon, but if you need to save money, just do ribbon. There's no reason. Nowadays with these ribbons that look like flowers in here, what's the point? Save money and just do ribbon.
Yeah.
Because listen, that succulent wreath is expensive. Those little succulent picks are like $5 a piece.
Yeah.
And by the time I filled that thing up, I probably had 20 of those in there.
Oh, we got some ones.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We're doing a good job,
Yay.
Shannon.
Yay.
All right, so now to the alternate. You want to talk about that?
So, you have 3 different patterns of ribbon. Since we have 2 blacks and a yellow, I'm going to go black, yellow, black, just so it adds a break in between the 3 colors. But you can do whichever color you want, and we're just going to alternate black, yellow, black, or flower, yellow, check, and then flower, yellow, check, all the way around the top. So you can pick out whichever one you want. I'm going to do yellow. And we're going to do the same thing. I'll try and get it up here. There we go. you cross your ends over and grab your back, bring it to the middle, and then pleat it up. And then you just open your next twist, and I do tails out. You can put it in with your tails towards the middle. Either way, it doesn't matter.
You could alternate that.
Yeah,
you could put tails out, tails in, tails out. You could do whatever you want.
And then just twist it down.
Let me tell you one reason that we like the tails out. When you put your sign in, it's going to cover up the work in the middle, so we'd rather have all the work come to the outside. And then the next
once you get your ribbon twisted in, you can take your twist to the back. And I used to twist them behind. I don't anymore because we've taken wreaths apart and it's more of a pain to untwist the twist in the back also. And then you just push the middle in.
Push that center down and make that poof.
And there you go.
All right, you're going to do that all the way around the wreath. So she's just going to start going. And
I'll
if you need anything, tell us. If you have questions,
ask away.
This is where we kind of get to chat a little bit. I love this one. This is my favorite ribbon that we own.
I'm surprised.
And we have it in lots of colors.
Yes.
I can't wait to. When Made It Con's over, we're going to start looking at the Christmas stuff from Home Decor. We've been focused on Made It Con. So I'm ready to start getting our home decor, our Christmas home decor in. That's going to be fun. Plus, I want to use it in my own house.
Yes.
I had my bookshelf show up yesterday.
Yay.
Y'all, since we can chat for a minute, I'll tell you a story. I ordered some stuff from Wayfair, which I've always heard good things about Wayfair, and I still don't feel bad about Wayfair, but I ordered a china cabinet, and it was a top and a bottom that I ordered as one piece, but it shipped as two pieces. I didn't realize. Well, the second piece ended up being too small for the top piece, and I couldn't use them together. Like, it was smaller than the hutch at the top. So they were going to send me out the bottom piece as a replacement, and then it was discontinued, so they ended up having to pick up the whole thing. It was just an ordeal. So anyway, that took a month. Well, then I found...
Yes, Jennifer, it will be on the top and the bottom.
Yes, keep going all the way around.
The same thing.
But then I found that what I really want is like shelving with drawers. So I saved myself some money, which I'm grateful for this. I guess this is how God does things, right? Instead of spending that money on that hutch, I was able to buy 3 shelves and get the same look I want. And they've shown up, but they have to be assembled, and that's the worst part.
Yeah, I don't like having to assemble.
And there's 3
stuff.
huge shelves. Now, Vince made the comment, you know, because I said, I don't have time to deal with those right now. And he said, you know, your husband might have time. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine. If you could do that, I would be so happy. If I would come home to those things put together,
that would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
All right, put it in, put your twist to the back, and then pinch your middle.
That's no shade on Wayfair, by the way. I mean, they worked with me. They talked to me. The only thing that was weird was they sent the people out twice to pick it up, and they'd already picked it up the first time, so they didn't need to come the second time.
Yeah.
Let me post you doing this on GroupMe. How about that? Oh, you can't add a picture. You have to do the picture first? Yep. You can't type and then add a picture.
Oh, learn something new every day.
Oh, let's do that again because you won't like it.
No.
You want to look at me and smile or no?
I don't care.
That was better.
Better than
You looking at me kind of like, eh.
Those are the pictures my son likes to take. How's it going? Any questions?
They're working. This Shannon and I discovered something about these live videos. When it's a video where you're actually making a project, you're too busy working to talk, and so we have to fill space, and we're like, what do we do?
Are they okay? They haven't said anything in a while.
They're not saying anything. That's why the 1s and 2s help, because you don't have time to type a sentence, but you have time to go 1, I'm good, or 2, slow down. And Shanna's going slow for you guys, so you're probably keeping pretty close to her. She's a quickie. She likes to go fast.
Not on purpose.
You go fast, though. So, by the way, I confessed to Vince what last night ended up being. I said, before anybody tells you.
Before you hear it from the people.
He's fine. He was like, I'm fine. I said, I know you're fine. I wouldn't have done it if you weren't fine. So, we gave away a lot of stuff in that Make It Escape It class.
Yes.
I tried to count, but I probably don't want it to count. But it's this whole table.
Yeah. I have a big old list.
To get tired.
No, she's good at the ribbon.
Yes.
Play to people's strengths, right?
Yes.
I'm a good ribboner.
We didn't last night.
Y'all did great though.
Last night was hilarious.
I was looking at pictures of the.
I felt bad about the painting because I'm like, Brenda could have done so much better.
No.
No, I looked
That was
at.
out of my element even.
Oh my goodness.
If we alternate with yellow between the black. Yeah, Janet, I just did flower yellow black, then flower yellow black.
Tell them why. Show that. This is going to happen. This is what I was telling you about. You're going to end up with some that just do this. So she was able to do her alternation at the beginning. That wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But when you get to where you need to evaluate, you just evaluate it. So she knew. So she's got her yellow check flower. Now she's going to put yellow between them. We're good. But if you end up in a different place where you might end up with flower here, just switch one of the ribbons to the one that looks the best.
Yep.
It's going to happen. We're working with even numbers, actually. So it's going to happen. So just alternate your ribbon. And I promise you when it's done, as long as you don't have them, actually we have one wreath that ended up being same, and it doesn't look bad. It actually shows the ribbon off more. You see the ribbon. So here she's just going to put yellow between them just to close out her circle at the top. And I promise you do not have to worry about them. As long as you're not right on each other. And you can just alternate.
Oh, where'd my other twist go?
Right there.
Oh, right there. It's hiding from me.
This black, white, and yellow is the prettiest wreath.
Yes. This wired ribbon is just awesome.
It makes life easy.
All right. Let me know with one when you get to this point, and we'll wait before we move to the bottom.
Oh, will we run out of yellow? No, you won't run out of yellow. You'll be fine. That was her question. We didn't even answer that.
Yeah, you should wind up with like 3 yellows on the top and 3 yellows on the bottom. The same with each thing.
Yeah, you have 3
You'll
of
have
each on the top and bottom.
You'll have one more check on the bottom than you will the top. But
again, it will not make a difference.
no.
All right, she's going to move to the bottom because you guys, and you're doing fine. It is 10:08. We have to finish by 10:30, which
Yeah.
we will. But she's going to move to the bottom and do literally the same thing. On the bottom, you're going to have your tails coming out as well. For you, the bottom's probably going to be easier because you can put it where on the table where it's facing you. And Shannon's going to struggle because she's got to try to stay in camera a little bit. But
I'll
ooh,
do
we
my
got
best.
some ones. We got a one.
Yay!
That's good. So you're caught up. So we're going to head to the bottom. You might need to go a little bit faster because they know what they're doing, but we got to show them how to put the sign on.
Lisa, we don't have anybody answering the phones today.
Oh, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. If we can help you, let us know.
All right, and you'll just choose a spot where, like, I'm going between. Here, let me see if I can turn it this way. I'm going between a yellow and a check on the top. I'm gonna go here and add the flower.
Janet has 4 on top. Janet, you shouldn't have 4 of any of the ribbons on top. Let me count yours. I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I wonder why that is.
She might have done black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow.
So you might have done flower, yellow, or check, yellow, check.
And then yellow again.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to do flower, yellow, check. And then alternate that way,
yeah, you can like
right?
yeah.
Unless you have an extra twist up top, which would be, I've never seen that. I've never seen it, but it could happen. I mean, these things can be manufactured funny. I told y'all we have some that have 17 and some that have 18. And we can get a box full of 18s and one will have 17. And the only way we figured it out was we kept making wreaths and going, how do we have leftovers? We are doing the math.
And I think we pulled one that had, when we were doing the math, we pulled one form that had more or less than what we were normally trying to calculate, and our numbers weren't working out right.
And we figured it out. So every now and then one will have 17.
Doing the same thing, and then I'm just going to circle around, and this time I'm going the opposite way of I normally go. But
I'm gonna see if Brenda can help me real quick. I'll be right back.
all right,
Give me my cup for my paint board.
cross over, bring the top down. We'll open a twist, add it in. Awesome. Janet Matthews said she posted a pic in the Saturday group.
Let me see.
Want me to bring the kit in there too?
No, I'm gonna do it in there.
Oh.
I just wanted to get those pulled.
You got to film in here.
She does. Okay, hold on. Okay, see what you... So check yellow flower.
She did yellow flower, yellow
Janet.
check, yellow.
Okay, so it should be check yellow flower, check yellow flower, check.
Yeah, you just need to rearrange your
Or
your
leave it.
ribbon.
Or leave it.
Or
It'll
leave
be
it. It's
fine.
pretty.
It'll be fine. I promise.
So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. You could go in on the sides or in between each one of your black checks and put your yellows
on the bottom.
and then just do the other ones.
It'll be. You can change.
I
it
really
if you
kinda
want.
like the way
I
that
like the yellow
looks.
too. I think it'll be fine. It'd be pretty to have your sign go from yellow to yellow like that. So that's what it is. It was check yellow flower, then check again. But honestly, it looks good.
Flower,
I think you keep
yellow,
going.
check.
This is where you'll want to kind of keep an eye on the top. Because remember I told you that the twists don't line up correctly? Just keep looking at the top and make sure you're not putting two in the very same spot. Like, she wouldn't want to put this guy right under this one. Wait, my hand's not in the way. She wouldn't want to put this right under this, so the check works perfect there. So you might have to change your motion or your plan, but it's okay. Just go as you go.
And then sometimes you can't help
And
it.
it doesn't matter.
Because when we've used just 2 ribbons around,
You can't help that.
it's just...
It is what it is.
And you really don't notice the differences when you get them all finished and hung up. They're just as pretty and they look so good. One with the top. I don't know if she has more twists, Susan, or if she just did her ribbons in different spots.
Yeah, I don't think it was more twists. God love her. In Renee's Couture class, one of the students, their big transfer folded on itself, and that is so bad when that happens. But she spent the night, she soaked it, and then this morning she pulled it really slow apart and opened up that huge thing. And I'm like, you did a good job.
I know she posted in the middle of making Escape It last night, and then I forgot to go back and
She did. I just told
Figure
her
out
that
what
took
to
a lot
do.
of patience. She did a good job. The thing about Couture, which I think that this could still work. If you buy from Couture and that happens, they'll give you a replacement at 70% off.
oh wow.
So like if you have an accident, they'll replace it like that really cheap. But I don't know if they will since we bought the kit stuff. Like I need to find out. And I didn't want to tell her that until I know because I don't want. But she did an excellent job opening it. But I'm still going to check and see if we can replace it because I think they will do it even for a designer, so Renee could replace it. Ooh, there's a moth. I got it. I got a tap by moth yesterday.
Hi, honey. This is Lydia.
Oh, honey.
Hey, Lydia.
Honey. She's out of earshot, Lydia. When she comes in, I'll tell her to come say hey to you. Lyd, when you make these, send me a picture so I can post it in our group. Because I know you're going to be making wreaths today.
Yeah.
Also, notice, you may not can notice, but every now and then the ribbon will go flat where she's working because she's putting her arm in or something. We fluff that later. Don't worry about that right now. You're doing good. She's down to, we've got 3 ribbons left. If you're feeling confident and you're doing okay, see if you can shoot us a 1 and let us know. That way you don't have to type too much. Just hit one enter and let us know you're doing okay. Keep putting my belly in the camera. Just my belly. I'm trying to stay out of it.
All right, so let's see. I have 1, 2, 3 picks left, and I have 2 checks and 1 yellow. So I'm going to go to the middle one and add a yellow to space out the 2 blacks, so I don't have to put 2 black checks side by side.
Brenda, is this in your vintage linen and lace? Because that's hilarious.
Yes. It was old magazines. It was old. I had ketchup.
No, that's hilarious.
So I don't. What is? Which one?
If y'all have anything that happens like that, look, I'll turn it so you can kind of see.
Oh, God.
I have a yellow, a pick.
Don't run off.
I added this yellow, and then I have another pick here. But all I had left ribbon-wise was 2 check pieces and a yellow. So I'm going to put the yellow in the middle and then put 2 checks on either side. You will wind up having check and check, but you'll never notice in the end.
Say hello to Lydia. She said hey to you.
Hey, Lydia. Kissing, kissing. I love you, little girl. She's so sweet.
I'm going to have to let you step away because Mitzi needs the class link, the class email. I just told her if there's one she needs right now, I can send it to her, and I told her you were teaching, so. I said, she's teaching in my class right now. Give me just a second.
You want to do the last one?
Yeah, you better let me do it so you can go and just make
All right,
sure.
it's
'cause I don't
right
want anybody
here.
to miss a class.
Right there.
Okay. We don't want anyone to miss a class. We have to keep monitoring that group dealie all day, but I love it.
I do too.
Oh, it's been so good. I actually want to do one just for my YouTube because what I noticed was people will go, Maymay's live, y'all, Maymay's live, whatever. Wouldn't that be neat if they could help me share it because people don't get notifications?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if I go live and they're watching it, they could put it in that group.
That would be good.
This one ribbon's going to be different because I did it.
Make sure you put your tails out.
I did. My one, y'all gonna be able to go, yep, that's the one that Maymay did. It looks completely different. All right, look how full our wreath has gotten. Now I'm just gonna run through and just kind of, there's no need to, it's just a habit I have to just kind of play with ribbons because we need to do it really at the end because we got to put a sign on and that usually flattens things out and all that kind of stuff. So once you got all your ribbons in, can you give me a 1, please? Oh, 93 and humid. Oh,
Where
be rough.
was she at asking?
and I responded, so let me see.
I'm trying to
Friday
find
Made It Con.
Friday, okay. I was like, I don't see her. Friday.
So we've done all the hard work. We're going to do possibly the easiest part. The sign. Notice how I let Shannon do all the hard stuff, and then we're going to do the sign together because it's easy. Oh my goodness. Look at all, D, you're done that fast. Awesome. That's amazing. That is awesome. I'm going to see if I can move her camera up higher. I think I can do it with one little movement and be pretty okay. I sure thought I could. There it goes. I know it's going to wiggle for a second, but let me see how high I can get it where y'all can see it. I'll put this back for you, Brenda.
No worries. No worries.
Did that get it up? Yeah, that's better. You might see a lot more of the surroundings, but that gets us a little more height. Look, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm not getting ones people are working. That's okay. I want you to get it done. Do your thing. Debbie, that looks good. Y'all are so good.
I love being able to see them.
As we go, I know, me
Yes.
too. YouTube should add that to the chat, but I'm sure they don't because of trolls. Because, you know, even when there was a time when we could have these big square icons of our faces and they could put horrible pictures in there. So I know that's why they don't let them, because, you know, trolls will come in and post bad words. Imagine the pictures they would post, you know. So I'm sure that's why we can't do it. But it would be neat if we could just go, look, this was what mine looks like, you know.
Oh, Debbie, yours looks good.
We can do that if we do Zoom calls, but Zoom is so difficult to stream. Zoom is difficult for me to have a Surface and Zoom and go. You know what I'm saying?
To me, Zoom just gets so loud.
So loud.
It's
And
just
yeah.
so,
But if we did one of these every time we did a video,
yeah.
we would. If we did a group me, we could see what you're doing. It's
I
a
like
good
it.
idea. Oh, thank you so much. Debbie says it's a great design. We did a lot of work for her. Thank you so much. We love this one. This is one of our very favorites we've ever done, this color scheme. We've played off this black and yellow a lot because we just think it's beautiful. And if you're like me, well, my front door is way off the road, and it's nice to have something bright. You know, I like the black because I think black brings elegance. My mom told me you should always have a touch of black in any room because it's elegant, and I think it brings elegance. But the yellow brings that pop of summer. All right, are we ready to put our sign on? Nobody's responding. I got another one. There's another one. Okay. My chat may be a little slow too. Sometimes Shannon tells me hers is faster than mine, so. The cool thing about your sign is we're going to utilize it. We're not going to have to add any chenille stems or anything, or any wire or anything. We're going to let this do the work. Before I do it, I'm just going to talk to you about signs. Sometimes these signs will have a really long string at the top or a really long piece. There's a couple ways to shorten it. One, you can certainly just take it off and restaple it if you're so inclined. I'm never that inclined. What I like to do is if I have excess up here, is I'll pull it out and tie a knot to take up space. And that's how I make them shorter. Okay? We don't have to adjust this one. I'm just saying if you ever do have a sign that you need to adjust, just tie a knot at the top and then it'll be shorter. And we've done that with, we have one that has a ribbon that ties it on, and that ribbon is really long, so we tie a knot to get rid of some of the length, and then we just use it that way. I got a 2 from Jennifer, so I'm not going to put the sign on yet. Is Edith feeling bad? Oh, my group me kicked me out. See you, Susan. Have a great day at your campground. That Energizer stuff smells so good.
I can't get my color off.
The stress. I'm de-stressing.
Water it. I can't get it off.
I thought you already changed. Oh, you haven't changed it. Here, I'll help. I'm waiting anyway, so. Oh, I got a 1. Oh, Jennifer just gave me a 1.
Okay.
Does it just come off?
I don't know. That's what I don't
It feels
know.
like 2 pieces. Let Shannon look. It feels like 2 pieces.
There's a,
Okay.
There's a screen protector. I don't
If
know.
everybody's out there, can you give me a 1? Mama, what does okay mean? Like, move on? Mama's just watching, right? Or that was Lydia. That was Lydia, I bet, telling me she would give me pictures. All right. Here's what you're going to do. This is the easiest thing ever, okay? First, you have to make a decision, and I know we don't like decision making, but you got to make one decision, okay? Yay, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, and Mama, you can come back and watch this video too because you've got the link. You can come watch it anytime. All right, you have to decide where's the top, okay? I have the ladybug sign that I think would look good on the one taking the pic. Cool, that would look awesome. Decide what you want to be the top of your wreath because remember, it's just a circle. I think I'm going to let the top of my wreath be something like here. I feel like this is a good spot because I've got yellow here, yellow here. I think this will work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to open this twist. Now I know you tucked this twist behind and we've already closed this guy out and we thought we were done. But it's a lot easier to do this than have to decide way back then I'm going to be putting my sign here. Just open that one up and you're going to take the string from your sign and you're going to tuck it into that twist and close it around it. That's it. We're not hot gluing anything, nothing. Now, if you're new to my classes, I'm trying to do that where you can see me do it. I'm going to turn it a little bit. If you're new to my classes, I want to talk to you about why nothing is hot glued. I have nothing against hot glue. Hot glue is your friend, and I love hot glue, and I use it for lots of projects. However, if you don't have to hot glue, you could use this. I have a place in my house where my wreaths get worn out. Like the sun wears them. They just don't last that more than a season or 2. Now, not all the places. My covered ports can last a couple seasons, but some places, they don't last that long. So what I do, rather than have to buy new wreath forms over and over again, I just don't hot glue. So when these ribbons are done, I can take them out, discard them, and then I can build again right on this form. Because this form will live forever and ever and ever again. Now, with your sign, you're going to just play with it and get it in the center. But to be honest with you, it's best to go ahead and hang this up and then put it in the center because it's hard to know exactly where you want it to be until you get it in place. So that's what I do. I usually hang it up and then fidget with my sign. But again, those wreaths that I showed you earlier, I did hot glue in those because I think they're beautiful and I might even use those inside. But if I'm going to use one on my front door and I think, you know what, I'm going to reuse that form, I don't need to hot glue. Also, let me tell you this. You can hot glue and still remove it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing for me. It makes it easy for us to be able to recreate. So once you've had your sign, here's what I need you to give me. I need you to give me a 10 because that means you did it. I want a 10, not a 1. When you get your sign on, give me a 10. While we're waiting on your 10s, I'm going to do our final door prize drawing. I'm going to move this out of the way because I want to show you what we've got. We said thank you so much. Perfect. All right, so you get to choose your door prize again. So you can have, I know this is crooked because I moved that camera, I'm sorry. You can have the stationery set, or you can choose one of our cute little signs. And they're wood, by the way. They're little wood signs. One says, home is where your mom is, and one says, his love endures forever. So you can choose. Honey, Lydia on her vacation wrote praise songs. She wrote 4 praise songs.
Oh my goodness.
Can I show her the video? Because I will show Honey the video if you want me to.
Oh,
look at the 10s, y'all. I'm so excited. That means they're done. They did it. You did that from start to finish in an hour and a half.
I love this.
Your next one won't take that long. Your next one you'll do quicker. Lori Strickland, you can choose. And if you're not in the class today and you watch it later, just let Shannon know. Do you want the stationery set, the home is where your mom is, or his love endures forever? Just let her know. Very good. I think Lori is here, though. That's awesome. Let's see. I think she is. So if you're here, let me know now, and I'll go ahead and pull it for you. Look at those 10s. I'm so proud of you guys. So proud. You did an awesome job. Are you proud? Are you proud of yourself? Don't you have to look at the camera, like find the camera over and over?
Yes.
You have to find it. So awesome. I'm really proud of you guys, honestly. Did you see how easy it was? If you've never made a wreath before, has some of the intimidation come out? Especially a mesh wreath. You can't mess up a mesh wreath. You can't do it. Yay! So Lori is here. She wants the stationery set. So this one is Lori Strickland's. I put her thingy back in the thing, so I have to tell you now.
I wrote, which one does she want?
The stationery set. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Awesome, blossom.
All right, guys, that's it. I wanted to be done by 10:30 so I can go to my paint pour class, and we are. Please go into the group me room and post pictures of your finished wreaths. We love seeing your finished projects. Even if you don't finish it today, if you do it tonight or whenever, go post it, and we would love to see it. All right, guys, have a great one. I'll see you in your next class. Bye now.